We're here at London Tech Week in the TechTV studio where I'm joined by Muriel Schepper, sorry, I need to get your surname correct, Muriel Serrurier Schepper from Rabobank. Thank you very much for joining us. Sorry for messing up your surname there.
Happens all the time.
Sorry. Now, AI, you have been heading up an AI cell at Rabobank and you're going to be talking on that later on, am I right?
Yeah, I am indeed. Later on this afternoon I tell about how we started up, why we started up and what kind of projects we are currently into.
Okay, well, tell me a bit more about that, about what role AI currently plays at Rabobank.
It's an increasing role. Early 2016 we started to notice the trend of artificial intelligence becoming bigger and bigger, and we felt we had to look into that. And after talking with people from our innovation department, our fraud department, we decided, well, let's create a center of excellence, also to combat the issue of all vendors coming into our companies, talking to all kinds of domains of the bank which were not aware of each other, that they were talking about the same kind of stuff. And yeah, so we created this cell, AI cell, which we called it. So
what sort of value do you hope that Rabobank will be able to get from using AI in its operations?
Well, actually, I expect that we will get a lot of value out of it, because what we mainly focus on is initially at least, is trying to apply AI to internal processes. Processes where there's a lot of unstructured data, so you can mean, for example, texts, where people have to analyze text and draw conclusions out of it, or spoken text, so telephone calls, which we want to interpret for compliance reasons or for quality reasons in our contact center. These are areas where AI applies very well, and you find these in HR, legal departments, actually all around the enterprise, to be honest.
So a lot of internal processes, like you say, are hoping will benefit from this. How mature is the tool set that you're working with when it comes to AI? Because I mean, at least I get the impression that there's a lot of development, a lot of new stuff happening, but how stable is the tool set that you're working with at the moment? Or do you feel as though you're alpha and beta testing vendor stuff right now?
No, I think we're working with stuff which is relatively mature, but we've gone onto the market for a couple of projects, did some RFIs, RFPs, and one of the first questions always was, do you have a real customer where this is in production, instead of, because a lot of also the vendors out there are in pilot mode with customers, and we really wanted, we didn't want to be the guinea pig, so we selected for now at least partners that have it already out there, but we do see that they are constantly evolving with their products, adding new stuff to it, because for them it's a new area too.
So for anyone who is watching right now or coming along to your panel session later on, who might be thinking, you know what, I think our organisation could get some real value from experimenting with AI, looking to see what it could bring to us, what would your tips to them be for setting up an AI cell in their organisation?
Yeah. Well, the main benefit I see is that you centralize the effort of artificial intelligence. Just as I mentioned before, vendors run in and out, and a lot of people in your organization have no clue what they're talking about. So they believe all the nice stories and they forget to talk to the other silo within the large corporate to share their thoughts. And if you have one part of the business who is overseeing all of that, you are better able to select things, because you have expertise already in the house that is able to say, hey, this is indeed a good vendor and that's not, or a good tool or not a good tool. And you also connect different people from different domains, which brings in more budgets, so helps you in getting started with more pilots and getting faster return on investment, I think.
Before we go, how have you been finding London Tech Week so far?
It's interesting. I have been meeting already some great people and not only sharing my story, but also learning from their stories, and that's great.
And it's great to hear that. So many people I've spoken to this week, it's about sharing with other people, listening to other people, rather than just broadcasting. It's great to hear that from you as well. Muriel, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
You're welcome.